How's it going? I'm Diego Blakely. I'm one of the sales associates down here at CapoMazda. Right now I'm sitting in a CX-5. I feel like this was the best place to start this video. I kind of wanted to talk about myself a little bit, kind of touching about where I come from as a driver to kind of what led me to where I am now. So when I first got my first car, it was a Mazda B2300. That's back when Mazda basically had a Ford Ranger truck, and they put a Mazda symbol on it. And I loved the car. It was red, it was a stick shift, so I learned how to drive stick. I took that thing everywhere. In fact, I nicknamed it, there was a sticker that a friend made for me, and it said Diego's Hot Balloon Ride. And it was kind of symbolic. I had this special obsession with hot balloons, and I traveled around that thing, took it everywhere, and I also gave my friends rides in it, so they had come to love it as much as I did. I wanted to use this cool new resource we have in our new building to kind of frame the timeline of when I got my first Mazda. You can see here we're kind of going through, seeing the timeline of when Mazda released all these iconic cars. I got mine somewhere around there, right around that time frame. So unfortunately with that car, as much as I loved it, I did get into an accident and completely totaled it. It broke my heart. I still have not gotten a truck since then. I got a bunch of like cars, but that was like my ideal car, and that kind of sparked the love for Mazda because it took such good care of me. It was so reliable, and I never really had to do much maintenance on it, especially as a young kid. You don't want to have to do that with your cars, so I loved my Mazda. So that kind of set in motion my passion for Mazda and the brand and the kind of quality cars that they make. So kind of tying that in with today, the way that I love to start my interactions with customers is with a story. I either share my story about my Mazda experience, or I hear their story about their Mazda experience. It's really cool to kind of create that connection immediately with somebody that has had a Mazda in the past and is getting another one. Just like me, I had a Mazda in the past, and now I get to sell them. And there's this just natural joy that comes from me, and I feel like my customers really relate to that simply because of how I genuinely feel about the brand. So I'm very honored to be considered to be a part of this training, documentary style thing. I'm really into it, so I really appreciate your guys' time and your consideration. I figured I could say this last line a few different ways, a few different angles. So let's see how this works out. We are drivers. We are drivers. We are drivers. We are drivers. We are drivers.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.